Hi, everyone. Welcome to tonight's call. My name is Julie Henderson. If you don't know me, you may have been invited by me. You may have been invited to this by somebody else on your team. But either way, just the fact that you're here and taking the time out of your night tonight shows that somebody thought that you might be interested in this. You thought there might be some sort of benefit to this. And basically, you wanted to find out more about what myself and the other coaches on our team do as Beachbody coaches. So I'm going to give people just a couple more minutes to hop on. And if you look right over to the right-hand side, oh, good, a lot of you have found it already. It says there's a little chat bar. So if you just want to go over there, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know that you can see me okay. If you do get an error, sometimes you just need to refresh your page, and then it should come back too. Okay, let me type that on there. Hopefully you guys see that. So, like I said, you guys might not have been invited by me, but somebody thought that you may benefit from this. Somebody thought that you would be an amazing contribution to our team and an amazing asset to our team, and that there's something that about coaching that will benefit you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. Let me just do a quick screen share here, and then we can jump right in. So basically, this call is about what is coaching, but not just what is coaching and what is being a Beachbody coach, but more importantly, what is coaching on Team Pure Synergy. Not every team runs things differently, and so today myself and another fellow coach, Kelly Joseph, are going to walk through a little bit of what we do as a team and what we do differently than other teams, and also what coaching is in general. I'm going to try to do this fast. I know your time is super important, so we're going to try to do this to about 30 minutes or less. If you do have any questions, keep them till the end. There's a good chance that all of your questions are going to be answered either in the slides, or we'll open it up to a Q&A at the very end. And then also when the slides are up, I can't see your questions anyways, and then so I don't want people to try to help other people answering questions. We'll be able to go through all of it as we go. So like I said, somebody invited you here. They thought that we had something to offer you, whether it's you're looking for more time freedom, more just freedom of not having to, call in sick to work and take time off, or, not having to take off for holidays. You were looking for maybe some more income, maybe something part-time, maybe something full-time. You might be looking for more accountability with your own fitness. Or you may just be loving Shakeology, loving your workouts, and you heard about the discount, and nothing beats the discount. So that's why you may be here. So a couple of our photos on this page right here just kind of show a little bit about who we are as coaches. These are two photos that were both taken this last June, at our annual Coach Summit, which is held in Las Vegas. The bottom was a big super workout where we worked out live with Shaun T and Tony Horton and Autumn Calabrese and the trainers from Les Mills Combat. And then the right picture is a sequins and studs party that they had poolside one night at the party. And so basically, as a coach, we are real people getting real results, and this is just a little bit of a snapshot of who we are as coaches. So I'm just going to hop off of here. Now, were you guys able to see those slides? I hope that showed up because it wasn't sure. Okay, so I'm going to hop over and I am going to let Kelly Joseph start with her story and tell you about how she got into coaching. Just to give you a little bit of a background, Kelly has been a coach for 5 months now. She is a diamond coach. She was a laid-off teacher and had a passion for health and fitness, and so now she is coaching and living her dream. She's able to stay at home with her son, and so she's going to hop on over and start talking about her story.
Hey there. I'm hoping everybody can see me. Good? All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Good? Say yeah in the comments if you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. I just want to say thank you to Julie and thank you to everybody that came on tonight. I know it can get super, super busy, especially with the start of the school year right now. So I totally get it. I'm just going to take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about my story and where my background is, and just share a little bit about me. And then, like Julie said, at the end we can answer any questions and help you with whatever you need help with. And I just want to say I'm a little nervous. I always need notes. I'm a note type of person. So excuse me if I do look to the side, because I definitely cannot remember everything. So just to give you a little bit of background on myself, I would consider myself a nurturer. If I asked my husband this question once, and he hit the nail on the head. If there was one word to describe me, it would be a nurturer. And the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I guess that is who I am. That's when I feel my best, is when I'm helping others and when I'm helping them succeed because they tried, but I was there to help them. So I guess that's not a surprise that I chose teaching as my career. I taught for 10 years, and it was I loved teaching, and it was the world to me. To be able to help kids and have an influence on them and see them grow and just be a part of who they become is really, really amazing. And teaching is the best job ever. Do we have any teachers on our webinar tonight? I don't know if we do, but I have a personal love for you guys because I know how it is, and I know the struggle, and I know how rewarding it is. And it is the hardest job ever. I don't know if any of the teachers on here can tell you that, but it really is the hardest job ever, but the most rewarding. My background, I taught kindergarten, I taught first grade, I taught second grade, I was a literacy specialist. All amazing, all had their perks, and all honestly had their worries and stresses too. And that's the one thing I really did struggle with as a teacher. Now that I can reflect back, I constantly was worrying and stressing, and I think the teachers can probably relate to that, about things like observations and being, watched and analyzed and critiqued, and making sure you were doing everything the right way, or the way that you were expected to do it for that specific lesson. Standards, the standards that are coming right now are just so intense, and the stress of teaching to the test and not to the child. I was always worried that I was going to be told I wasn't good enough, and that probably, out of anything in my life, is probably the biggest blow, I think, if I could say and be quite blunt, if someone told me I wasn't good at something. So I just had all those worries, and I did bring them on myself because I feel like I'm the toughest on myself. So basically, I just was always doing my best. I stayed late. I worked hard. I put the effort in, and it was just, it got to me after a while. And what did I do? I never took time off. I never took time off. I probably have so many, I should look actually, days and days of sick time banked that I never actually took, because I was always worried that I was going to disappoint someone, and I always put my needs last. And so unfortunately, my world came crashing down when the budget cuts happened and I got laid off. And I was at the bottom of the seniority list, so it didn't matter how great of a teacher or how much I worked with the kids and families. It didn't matter. I was at the bottom of the list, and I got laid off, and it was the biggest blow to me because I didn't know who I was if I didn't teach. I don't know if any of you can relate to that, being, your career is who you are. So honestly, I felt a little pigeonholed, and I felt like if I couldn't teach, then who was I? What was I going to do? So, I went through a little bit of some health problems, brought on, of course, by the stress that I put on myself, something I still continue to work on. You know, I always felt the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I ended up, you know, not even being able to eat. And if you know me, you know I do like to eat. And so at that point in my life, everything shut down when I got laid off, and I was totally so down and out, and I went through, you know, a lot of hormonal problems, which led to some fertility problems, and I had like several miscarriages in a row, and it was just a spiral that I didn't think I was ever going to get out of, a really low point in my life. And then I decided that, you know what, the only person who's going to get me out of this is myself. So I really decided that I was going to design my own future, really, when it comes down to it. And I just, you know, ended up watching an Oprah show, of course, Oprah, we love Oprah, right? An Oprah show on food and how it affects our health, and honestly, it was like a wake-up call to me, like, why didn't I ever really connect the dots? This was back in 2010, I think it was. And so I just was like enamored with Food Palace, or Food Inc. was my first documentary I ever watched, and that was it. That got me, and I was like, wow. So I educated myself. I watched a ton of documentaries. I read, and I just it was just something that I loved to do. So I ended up, you know, meeting Tatiana because we went through the same program, and we also had a lot in common. We have children that are boys that are the same age, and so we just sort of got together. We would, you know, be our coaches to each other about what we're doing and how we're trying to help other people learn about health. And you know, that's how our friendship sort of grew, and we each had our own thing we were doing. And then all of a sudden I saw how Tatiana really, honestly, she just sort of changed, and it was like, whoa, what's going on? What is she doing? Like, it was such a noticeable change. She was so much more confident and happy, and I definitely took notice, and I was like, wow. And I knew she was doing something with Beachbody, but I really didn't know anything about Beachbody. And when I heard the word Beachbody, I always thought, and I always say this, you will probably always hear me say this, I'm not afraid to say it, that I thought it was for really, really intense people, and really tan people, and I was like, that's just not me. I'm just not that person. And that was, you know, one of those huge lessons that I did learn in your perceptions. I've learned many lessons about my perceptions and having perceptions, but that was a huge one because I was so wrong. And I'm sure some of the coaches on the call tonight can say the same thing, that it's nothing like what I thought. I don't know if we have any really tan people, Julie, and our really, really tan and really intense people on our team. But you know, hey, you know, sometimes our perceptions can get in the way, and you got to get beyond that, because what you feel, I mean, the way I feel and how many people I can help is just amazing. So like I said, she's the one who introduced me to Beachbody. She is my amazing coach, and she's an amazing leader, and is doing amazing things. And she told me about the 21-day fix, and I was like, all right, I'm going on a trip. I have about 21 days. Let's try it. And I said, just so you know, I'm not coaching. Just so you know, I'm already busy enough. I'm not coaching. And I started it, and within 4 days, everything changed. And I felt amazing. I felt like everybody deserves to feel this way. And my mind cleared. I felt this empowerment. I felt strong. And, you know, as a mother, you feel like, oh, you're a mom. You can't be that way anymore. And you know, I've learned to use the mom card as not an excuse for being the way I am. It's a reason for why we do what we do. And I can just show you actually really quickly. I hope this works. I'm going to share. Here is, I hope you can see that. Here is a before and after picture of me I lost about 17 pounds, 4 dress sizes. I had a ton of success, and it's a lifestyle. So, and it really just, like I said, it's, I hope you can see that. Did you see that? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. I hope, were you able to see that picture? No. Let me try that again.
No, I could just see me. I'm not sure what is going on with our screen share tonight.
Let's see. Can you see it?
Just me.
Okay. Oh, well. It's all good. Am I back on? So anyways, I had great success with the 21-day fix. I knew that that was something that I needed to share with the people around me, because I truly do believe everybody deserves to feel that good. So everything changed within a month of my life. I was like, all right, I got to do this. It's awesome. Beachbody has surpassed what I thought it was. I believe in their mission. I believe in what they stand for. And it's just been getting better and better. I was able to go to Summit and get pictures with Autumn. I was able to do an interview because of my results. And I just, I am so glad that I took that chance and went with this. And there, if we have any country fans on, I'm a huge country fan. There's a song by Garth Brooks that says, thank God for unanswered prayers, and that's really how I feel. It just keeps getting better. My confidence, something I still struggle with at different points with different things, continues to grow, and I'm challenged. And I am just so blessed to be around like-minded women and men that have the same goals and keep me on focus. And I really mean that. I had 2 calls today, a team call today, and then I talked with another coach. And honestly, I'm just so blessed because it just helps when you have people that get you and are around you that are positive. And when it comes down to it, your why has to be really what's going to drive you. And I really want to be the best role model I can for my 21-month-old son who drives me. He is my rock. He is what makes me get up and push play every morning, and I want to show him the value of working out. I want to show him the value of eating healthy, although it's not always perfect with a 21-month-old, and I'm not claiming I'm perfect by any means, but I do know that I have valuable information, and the coaches on our team have valuable information to share. And I want him, most importantly, to know that he can go for his dream no matter how big it is. And I want to show that by example. And I want to show him my downs. I want to show him my ups. I want to show him that you continue to push for it and you continue to go for what you believe in. And I'm able to do that. And another huge thing is if he's sick, I can drop everything at the drop of a dime and get to him. And that's huge for me because being the teacher that never took off, I always worried about that. I don't have to worry about that. My Mondays are amazing. I can get up. If I want to say, let's just go to the beach today or go for a walk, I can do that. So I have so much more freedom. And like I said, I'm able to design my future. But the thing is, I have a ton of amazing people on my Healthy Revenge movement team that are teachers as well, and they're working full-time and making it happen, and they're rocking it. They're doing amazing. So it doesn't matter if you want to do this part-time or full-time or just an hour a day. It really doesn't. It's all about your passion and what you want to achieve, and there's something for everyone in this business. And if you're the type of person who likes to help and feels good about helping others, then this is definitely an awesome opportunity. And it really is an opportunity. So that's really, my background and my story, and my business is Healthy Revenge. And I came up with that name, and when I was pregnant with my son, and I honestly don't, I don't know how it came to me, but it's all about using positivity to get to your healthy goals and not being negative and using negative things to get healthy. And you know, it's just ironic because I do feel like at this point in my life I am there, you know, like I'm getting the healthy revenge, and I want to show and share. And our team, Pure Synergy, that's what we do. We share and teach people and support people in getting healthy. So that's really it. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments or, you know, what have you, I'll be here at the end. And just thank you again for being here.
Thank you so much. That was so awesome. I know that we are having technical difficulties. I have no clue what's going on. For some reason, our screen share isn't working. I kicked my husband off of his computer, so I'm hoping that that helps us a little bit. But I'm not sure what's going on because I've used this before and never had any problems. So, but I see everybody is like on and off, like it was working, it's not working, and now it's working again. I promise we'll get the recording to you guys. So I am going to try to do a screen share. If not, I don't need it, but it makes a lot more sense if I do it this way. So let me see if this works. And Kelly, if you could just like let me know what you see.
Here, let me unmute.
Do you see the slides?
Screen. What is coaching? Yep.
Do you see it even now?
Yep.
Okay, good. So just let me know, like, if you see anybody hop in the chat bar that says that they see me again and not the slides, and I can try to figure out what's going on. But technology. So this is the first slide that I was explaining before, where it's the pictures of our team from our Coach Summit in Las Vegas. And so here is a little bit about me. And what it should say is I am not a webinar expert. So definitely thank you guys for sticking with this. I haven't had problems with this yet, so I'm not sure what is going on. But anyways, so like I said before, you guys might not have been invited by me, but some of you might have. And so if you haven't, I just want to explain a little bit about who I am and what role I play in all of this. So my name is Julie Henderson, and I am a 3-star diamond coach. I've been married 11 years. That's my husband in the right-hand corner. That was from a Coach Summit from 2 years ago. And I was a yo-yo dieter. I was the typical person who would work out for months at a time for vacations and holidays and things like that, and then totally fall off track. I was very on or off. I now know it was because I didn't have the support system of other people, and I was going at it alone, and also didn't have a system. I didn't know what I was doing. I would just go to the gym here and there, and eventually I started running, and you know, that really helped with my fitness. And it wasn't until I started doing P90X that I really knew what to do and knew I had a schedule and I had a system down. And so I started doing P90X, and around the same time I worked for General Motors. I was a college dropout. I was great in school. I just had no idea what I wanted to do. So I started working for General Motors, and after 6 years, I was so sick of it, and I needed something new. I literally, my last job, I drilled 8 screws in a piece of plastic and pushed it to the side, and then drilled 8 screws in the next piece of plastic. I got to a point where I was working crazy hours. I was midnights, overtime. I was holidays, and I had finally missed going back to Canada to see my family for Christmas for the last time, and that was when I realized I needed to do something. I knew I needed to be happy, and I knew that I was not going to be able to work there for 30 years until I could retire and then make my happiness. So I left GM, and people thought I was insane. They thought I was completely crazy because I was giving up the pay, I was giving up the benefits, but I knew that I needed to be happy. So I started dog grooming. I'm a big animal lover. You can see in the top left corner. And I loved dog grooming, but it's not much pay, and I was working for somebody, and I was working in a retail area, so I was working nights and holidays and weekends again. I actually had almost worse hours than when I was working for GM. And while I was dog grooming, I went back to school for aesthetics. So I my goal with going to school for aesthetics was I wanted to be able to work for myself and work from home, and or not work from home, but like work for myself and be able to make my own schedule. And I absolutely love doing aesthetics and working in a spa, but I quickly realized with that also that somebody was still making my hours. I was still having to request off time. I didn't have that freedom. And there was really a cap on how much I could do. I could only do so many facials and only take so many clients in a day. So around that time, I had been doing P90X for about 2 years now, on and off. And my story is a little bit different because a lot of you have joined this community and this Team Synergy community in a challenge group or through a challenge group with a coach. I was different. I didn't have a coach, and I was doing P90X completely by myself. I was actually given a coach who never reached out to me. I was a free customer to somebody. Once you get a certain rank in Beachbody, they give you free customers. And I was a free customer that nobody reached out to. So I didn't even think my coach was real. So for 2 years, I did P90X by myself. And then I finally ran into somebody. I met somebody who was a real coach, and that's the first time I found out it was a real person. So during that time, she added me to one of her accountability groups, and that was the first time that I realized what I had been missing. It was that accountability, that camaraderie, that team, and that like fitness family. And so that's when I found out about the challenge groups, and that's when I also found out about coaching. So during this time, I had been keeping myself accountable by posting my workouts on my Facebook page. And so people were already asking me what I was doing, and I was telling them P90X. I wasn't selling it. I was just sharing what I was doing, and people were coming to me for advice. So when I found out about coaching, number one, I thought it was too good to be true because, like I said, I was already doing it. But I'm a very numbers person and logic person, and so I went through every single policy and procedure that I could find, and I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find any loopholes. I was like, I can sign up, I can get a discount on what I'm already buying, I can get a commission from helping people that I'm already helping, and I can quit anytime if it doesn't work out. And so I did it. I signed up as a coach. At the time, I was finishing up massage school, so I was working full-time, and I worked full-time for a year while I was finishing up massage school and studying for my state boards when I was a coach. So I had no free time when I became a coach, and I really just did what I could. I did my Facebook in between appointments at the spa, and my nights and my weekends, I was trying to help people wherever I could, and I really made it work because I knew I really believed in it, and knew that I could really turn it into something. And so that's really how I've been able to build my business, is just helping people and sharing what I'm doing. And that really is the gist of coaching. We're not salespeople. I have no sales background. I have no marketing background. I have I'm just a normal person. I actually went to school for psychology and then changed my major about 5 times, but I have no background in any of this. So that's a little bit about how I got started. Beachbody in general got started in 1998. It was founded by John Congdon and Carl Deichler, and it started as a direct marketing company. And basically what that means is they started with infomercials. So you've probably all heard of Power 90, Slim and 6, Turbo Jam, things like that. And so they were doing the infomercials, and they found that the people that had the best results were the people that were teaming up with other people that were doing the workouts. And so they ended up opening the network to coaching and making it a network marketing company. And so what this means is there are now coaches who help people through the programs. And as a network marketer, you not only earn from a commission, but as you build your team, you earn from team sales also. So as Beachbody grew, they started to grow their products and their promotions. And so you've probably heard of a lot, if not all, of these Beachbody programs on this page. There's P90X, Insanity, Turbo Fire. The 21-Day Fix is the new one, which is just amazing. Excuse me. And there's always new ones coming out. So in 2 weeks, there's a new Tony Horton workout coming out. And Beachbody just really isn't slowing down and is just really, really growing and always looking for new ways to help people. So as a coach, a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions with coaching and what coaches are and who they are and what they do. And so as Kelly mentioned, she thought that coaches were super tan, super buff, super extreme people. And that's not the case at all. There are people who are tan and extreme and buff, but not everybody is. And so basically as a coach, you're not a fitness expert and you're not a personal trainer or a nutritionist. If you are a personal trainer, you can definitely become a coach, and it's really great to mesh the two, because that way when you're not training your clients in the gym, you're able to help your clients outside of the gym and really help them and give them that support. You don't have to have your goal body. You are a normal person with flaws. You're not perfect. And it's actually great because that is what people are related, that's what people relate to. That's what people are attracted to. And just when people see you going through your journey, that is really what, helps them and helps them realize that they can do it too. We're all dedicated to helping other people. We all have this motivation and drive. We do the workouts every day. We drink our Shakeology. And we're not one-track minded. We're not just beach body, beach body, beach body. We have hobbies and lifestyles and, passions outside of health and fitness. And the biggest thing is we are not salesy. We don't sell. We are not salesmen. We share what is working for us and share what we have done, and that in turn helps others and helps inspire others. So can you guys still hear me and see me okay? Kelly, is everything still good on your end? Just to make sure.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So as a Beachbody coach, Beachbody really rewards you for helping others. And so in the top left, you can see our picture from Coach Summit this year. That's an annual retreat. In the last 3 years, it's been in June. Next year, it's in July in Nashville. The bottom picture there is Leadership, and that is a retreat by Beachbody also. That is held every fall. It's actually in 2 weeks, and so I'll be in Arizona in 2 weeks for that. Every year there's a Success Club trip. 1 year it was in Disney. This past year it was a cruise, and next year it is in Cancun in April of 2015. So even as a new coach, even if you were to sign up today as a brand new coach, you can still 100% earn that Success Club trip in Cancun free. The top two pictures, the Moondance Cat and the Diamond Retreat, those are both Team Pure Synergy specific. The Moondance Cat was just a little trip that a bunch of the local coaches did, and my husband and I took our coaches just as a thank you on a catamaran trip through the Niagara River this summer. And then the Diamond Retreat is a trip for all of the Diamond coaches on our team. And so we really do, get together as a team and really have that connection with that. And the great thing about these trips too is a lot of the coaches on our team are from all over the U.S. and Canada. And so it's really great to be able to meet in person and really get to know people that you already know because you've been doing video chats and talking to them on Facebook. And so it's really great to get together and really make that connection. So this one right here is probably my favorite picture on this whole thing. This is a very small snapshot of some of the coaches on Pure Synergy. And as you can see from the left, we come from all backgrounds. There are people who are full-time moms. There are people who are full-time employees. There are people who run their own business. There are people who go to school while working. And we all come together because we have this passion and we all love helping each other. So I'm sure that you can see down the list, one of our coaches is a flight attendant, and she is constantly traveling, and this has been a way to add some extra income and build her lifestyle with that. And one of them is a jewelry designer. She works from home as a jewelry designer, and she also works as a coach. We have people in the military. Military gets a great discount, which I'm going to talk about in a couple slides. But we really do come from all walks of life and all backgrounds, and it's really great because our passion for helping people really brings us together. So there are a couple ways coaches earn money. The first is a 25% commission for everything that is purchased from your site. Beachbody gives you 3 websites, and it's kind of like an online store. And so anytime that you give somebody your link and they purchase through your store, you get a 25% commission. There's also a flat rate commission from Challenge Pack sales. It's a little bit more than the 25% commission. And then there's also team and cycle bonuses as you start to build your team. And then you also get a 25% discount on all of the products that you purchase yourself. So even if you have no desire to grow the business, but you really like the products and you really like Shakeology, you can sign up as a coach just for the discount, get a 25% discount on your Shakeology, and just that alone, if you never coach one single person, saves you about $100 every 6 months on your Shakeology. So it's really, really great to even just sign up, if you do love Shakeology. And so this picture right here just kind of shows the 3 different types of coaches that we do have on our team. You can be a discount coach where you use the products and get your 25% discount. If you wanted to start recommending products to your friends and family, you be a product of the product, which basically that means you're getting great results, people are asking you what you're doing, and then you help them from there. You earn a 25% discount and a 25% commission. And then you can also take it to the extreme, which I've done, and that is become a career coach. And so by doing this, you are getting the discount, getting the commission, but you're also building your team, and you are earning a full-time income. What I failed to mention before when I was talking about my background and getting into Beachbody, I worked at a spa full-time for about my first year as a coach, and unexpectedly, I lost my job at the spa. Totally didn't see it coming, but it ended up being a blessing in disguise. And so I didn't have to go out and find a new job because of that. I was able to survive very well off of my Beachbody income. So much so that that forced me into becoming a full-time coach. And 1 year later, just about 2 weeks ago, my husband left his job of 22 years to become a full-time coach as well. So now my husband and I are both full-time coaches. We have replaced both of our full-time incomes by helping people and by building our team and helping inspire people to get fit and help others do the same. And so with this, everything really is, like it says at the bottom, everything is done on your schedule. You're the boss, and there are no sales quotas, there are no requirements, and so it really does depend on what you want to do with it. So you can do it just, for the discount, you can do it part-time, or if you want, you can replace your income and pay off your debt, pay off your mortgage, and pay off your car, and really make something big out of it. So like I mentioned before, our team is a little bit different than other teams. We offer a closed group, so a lot of you have been in the challenge groups through Team Synergy, but we also have a closed group for the coaches. And that's a place where you can go and get team-specific training that you can't get anywhere else. We have a team website that has training and a ton of resources on it. That's where you're going to be able to go and ask your questions. As a new coach, you're not expected to know everything right away. We've all been new coaches, so we know how it is. So if you have somebody come to you and ask you a question about a program they're doing, you're not put on the spot and expected to know the answer right away. You can hop in that coach group, ask the answer, and within minutes, usually, one of the coaches on the team is there to help you out. We also do weekly team calls that help with training, and we do webinars like this to help you build your team if you want to build your team. And then we also do new coach apprenticeship programs, which are basically like a new coach boot camp. And it's just a small challenge group where there's daily coach postings to help you build your business and really learn what to do. And so the biggest thing that our team does is there is no pressure to sell. It doesn't matter if you want to be a discount coach or a business owner. There's no pressure to sell. There are no quotas. And in fact, we don't sell things. We just help people. And so like I mentioned before, you don't need a sales background or anything. You're basically just helping people, sharing what you've done. I'm sure you can follow, or you've been following a lot of the coaches on the team if you become friends with them or myself, and you really see that we're not posting links and we're not saying buy this from me. It's this is what's working for me, this is what's working for the people that I'm helping, and inviting people to join you on your journey. So this is how you make it official. With Beachbody, one of the amazing things about their business plan is that there is no buy-in requirement. I've gone to spa parties and other home parties where there is a buy-in requirement of about $500 to $1,500, where you are buying a ton of stock, a ton of product that you're keeping in your house, and then you need to go and resell it to other people. Or you're ordering things for people, having to collect the money, have the orders shipped to your house, and then now it's up to you to distribute it from everybody. With Beachbody, you don't have that at all. So there's a very, very small initial investment. There is a business sign-up fee of $39.95. Although most people don't pay that when they sign up, because when you purchase a challenge pack, your $39.95 business service fee is waived. And so with a challenge pack, you get a workout and Shakeology. You also get 30 days of club membership, which gives you the meal planner for free. And the challenge packs go anywhere from about 140 to 205. There are a couple that are a little bit more than 205, like Less Meals Pump comes with a complete weight set, so that's a little bit more. And one of the Body Beast workouts, one of the Body Beast challenge packs is a little bit more because that has a lot of supplements with it too. But the majority of them are around the 140, 160 range. And then so that's your initial investment. After that, there is a $15.95 monthly coach fee. And what that does is that covers your 3 websites. You have your 3 Beachbody websites. It also covers the branded advertisement online and through infomercials. And basically what that means is it's really hard to meet somebody and talk to somebody who hasn't heard of some sort of Beachbody program before, whether it's Brazil Butt Lift or P90X or Insanity, or somebody has seen the 21-Day Fix infomercial. And so it really gives you that brand recognition. It also gives you the entire support team. It gives you coach relations and the IT. So if there's any website issues, that's taken care of. If any of your customers ever have returns or anything go on with their order, you just send them right to the coach relations site or the coach relations phone number, and they take care of everything. So you're not dealing with returns. You're not dealing with any issues at all. And then there's also a success tab in the back office, in the Coach Online office, which gives you more personal development that you could ever imagine. That's one of the great things about Beachbody is they really pride themselves on helping people all over. It's not just physically, but emotionally too. And so the personal development is just a great way to build yourself and really gain confidence and really learn who you are and learn your goals. And so it's really, really amazing that we have all of that information. There's also a military discount. If you or your spouse are active duty military, you get the initial $39.95 business sign-up fee waived, and you also get the $15.95 monthly coach fee waived. So definitely talk to the coach who signed you up, and they will be able to help you get started the best way. This month also, the 21-Day Fix Challenge Pack is on sale. It's an insane price. It's $140. That gives you 1 month of Shakeology, and then you basically get the entire workout, the entire meal plan, and the nutrition guide for $10 more. I mean, I know a lot of you have done the 21-Day Fix, and you realize just how valuable it is. I mean, that is an amazing deal. So that's also one of the options for sign up this month too, is with the challenge pack. So I'm going to open this up to questions. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so if you guys hear this, go ahead and start typing questions in, and then I will hop back on to start answering them. But I really want you to ask yourself what brought you here today. You know, what are you looking for in your life? For me, what it took for me was to sit down and say, what do I want to do in 5 years? And then really think about, is what I'm doing right now, is that going to help me get to where I want in 5 years? Or are my actions now going to have me in the same spot in 5 years that I am right now? And so that really, for me, was what made me decide that I really needed to step outside of my comfort zone, take a chance, and just go for it. And honestly, I've been a coach for 2.5 years now. Like I said, it honestly has been the best decision of my life. Any coach you talk to is going to tell you that, and it's going to sound so cliche because we are so passionate about it, but it really is the most amazing thing. It just changes your life in so many ways. I have met people that I never would have met before prior to coaching, and I've traveled all over the country. Like I mentioned, I'm going to Arizona again, or going to Arizona in 2 weeks. I've never been to Arizona. I've been to California now 3 times with Beachbody, and I had never been to California before this. Scott and I got to go to Disney last year, completely paid for. They gave us park passes and everything, and we were literally working out with Shanti underneath the big Epcot Center ball at like 7 in the morning at Epcot. I mean, it was just crazy. Like, I'm there working out, like, is this really my life? And it's all just because I took that chance and wanted to do something better and do something more, and I knew it was there. So it's really up to you to make the decision. You can sit back and wonder what if. One of the biggest things in my life is I don't ever want to wonder what if. I would rather go for it, take a risk, take a chance, and give it all I've got. And then at the end, at least you know you did, instead of sitting back and letting time just go by and then thinking what if at the end. So like I mentioned, I really, really want you to think about this. I'm going to open this up to questions right now, and I hope you guys could see all of that. Let me get you guys off of my screen share. Okay, so now I am going to scroll down. Okay, Michelle, Michelle said, how much does this cost? Did you see where that was mentioned in the, let me scroll all the way down. I'll start from the very beginning and see what we have for posts. And Kelly, if there's anything that you want to add, definitely hop on and add, and then I can go through all these questions too. Or if there's a question that you saw pop up that you can just go ahead and answer.
For some reason, I cannot see the comments on mine, but that's okay because I have my iPad right here, so I'm looking on this, but it might be delayed, but I will do that.
Oh, I think I can help you. If you go to the left, click on Webinar Jam.
Ah, there it is. Okay, cool. Okay, got it.
Okay, so I'm just scrolling down, trying to see where.
Let's see, I'm going to go down to the bottom.
Oh, congrats, Amber! Amber says that she just gave her 2-week notice today.
Woohoo! Oh, go Amber!
So awesome. Michelle, okay, so Michelle wrote, I'd love to do the coaching thing, but I don't think I'd be good at it. As long as you want to help people, you will be amazing, because that's really what it is. It's all about just wanting to help people and really caring about people. And our team does so much training for like the back office things. And when I started, I thought I was the last person ever to go on Facebook because I thought Facebook was for kids. If you had ever told me that I'd be using Facebook to run a business, that I would be doing webinars, that I mean, even just like the photo apps that I use on my phone, like I thought I was the last person to have a smartphone. So definitely, like, everybody starts somewhere, and we walk you through everything. So that as long as you have the desire and you want to help people, you will be an amazing coach.
Yep, and that's the thing. It's if you're coachable and you're willing to learn, honestly, that is what attracted me to Team Pure Synergy, because I love learning, and I could tell the team atmosphere and I had never seen anything like that, and then I did my first boot camp, and that was really the game changer. Once I did the 21-day fix, I did my first boot camp, and I was like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe how much support Julie and Tatiana were giving. It was unbelievable. So if you're willing to learn, trust me when I say you will have plenty to keep you from not getting to where you want to go.
Erica said, I'm beginning to consider this, but money still talks, especially because I have no current job. I know I will be told that it's a good investment, but I just can't drop the bucks right now. And it is a good investment. I mean, so when I became a coach, I was going to school full time. I had been out of work from GM doing part-time jobs and making almost no money. I mean, like, almost no money. My dog grooming was commission-based, and I was brand new, so I didn't have a following yet. Same thing at the spa when I started, and so I was making nothing. I had school loans, and it was just one of those things where I knew that I wanted to do it, and I knew that I needed to do it, and I went and I got the Les Mills Pump Challenge Pack, which was one of the more expensive ones too, but something about that workout just really like called to me, and I love it. If you guys haven't done it, it's awesome. And I put it on a credit card because I knew I'd be able to do it and make it work, and it just gave me that much more motivation. But yes, we'll definitely get this webinar out to you guys. So Amber asks, how long did it take you to get Diamond? For me, it took me about 11 months. When I started as a coach, we didn't have all this training. So everything I learned on my own. And I was pretty by myself doing it. And I just followed what other people are doing and Googled and put together all the training that we have on our site now. And so for Kelly has been a coach for 5 months. And how long did it take you to go Diamond?
I got to Diamond the week after Summit, so about 4 months. But I will say I worked hard. I mean, it doesn't just come. You have to want it. You have to, you have to put the time in, and it will, what you put in, you'll get out. So that's what I always tell everybody, you have to put in time. And I'm just looking at Dee's too. She says that she's pretty busy, and she's saying how would you suggest fitting in coaching into a schedule like hers? That's a really good question, and really you just have to be really organized and set hours. I mean, if you're thinking that this is a good opportunity and you really want to help other people, then look at your schedule and say, well, how many hours am I going to commit to this? Maybe on the weekends, or 1 hour at the end, when you get home, or whatever you can. I know Julie has an awesome power hour in getting everything done, within 1 hour. There's tools. There's definitely, if you can, focus, laser focus, it is doable. It's definitely doable.
Krista says, how do you find people to buy the products? We help you through our training on how to use different social media sites depending on what you like. Some people use Facebook, some people use Instagram. Some people meet people in person that they know. They just do more of like a one-on-one and like in-face business. But we walk you through all of the ways to meet new people and really expand your market and who you can help. Michelle says, how long did it take you to get people to join your team, and how long before you saw your first paycheck? I saw my first paycheck my very first week. You can easily, the second you become a coach, your websites go active, and you have instant access to all of our training that we have on our coach team. And so the second that you become a coach, you are ready to run. And so it's really up to you to depend what you do with it. So yeah, I started getting paychecks my very first week.
Yeah, and for myself, like I said, I was I'm not coaching person at first. So I actually I bought the program, got my coach fee waived, which I was like in shock that this was really real, that I could get a program and get my coach fee waived, and that's why I did it, honestly, because I'm like, well, I don't have anything to lose. And I just planned on getting the discount on Shakeology. Then I did the boot camp alongside of doing the workout. Went through the boot camp. I did it a little, well, actually, I did it right on track. I just followed what they told me to do, and I was so scared, and I did it anyways. And so my second month is when I started to earn. And, the more I broke down those layers of fear, the more, people were like, thank you for sharing your picture, thank you for sharing your story. And that's when, it just snowballed. So if you listen to Julie and Tatiana and your coach, trust me, it will happen.
So Erica says, do I need to spend the $140, or could I sign up with just the $39.95? You can sign up with the $39.95. It honestly doesn't make sense because you're just kind of like, that $39.95 is just disappearing. You're just paying for nothing. I mean, you're paying to get signed up, but it makes a lot more sense to do the $140 because then you get the Shakeology, then you get the workout, and that's really what's going to help you get started too, is by you having the products and using the products, it's going to be really hard to promote products that you're not using. And so the best way to do it is really just to jump in, get the challenge pack, and really start working on your own results and your own story with it. And so, yeah, you could do just the $39.95, but I really don't recommend it. And I think if you do the $39.95, a month later, you're going to wish that you didn't. Okay, so someone said, I don't think everyone knows what Diamond is. Maybe just a quick explanation. In short, I mean, it's going to be kind of confusing because you haven't gone through the training, but it's just a different, like, it's a ranking system kind of with coaches. And so when you start out, you're an active coach, and then there is Emerald, then Ruby, then Diamond, and then Star Diamond. And the Star Diamond goes up to 15 star. And so it's basically just how much you are building your team and how much you are helping other people. And so the higher the rank, it just means you're helping more people.
And it's a good way to stay on track too, I find. You know, like for me who had a hard time goal setting, I found it so easy to just say, all right, this is my goal, Emeralds. And then when I got there, I was like, all right, this is my goal. It just was just easy and clear, and I need easy and clear. And it's just this sort of helping you stay focused and set your goals to where you want to go in the business, really. Krista,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, Krista asked about the fee. When did you get your challenge pack? I think it's, Julie, is it whenever you can get the fee?
Yeah, it's anytime. So if you've ever purchased a challenge pack in the past, you can pay the $39.95 and then they will reimburse it. You have 30 days to send in a paperwork through the online website, and then you can have that $39.95 refunded.
And it's super easy. I've had a lot of my challengers who, once again, like me, tried it, and you know, it's super easy to just get it waived and get the form in. So.
All right, and then I just see, I think, one private question, but I can answer that privately. Does anyone have any other questions? All right, guys, well, thank you so much for sticking with us with all of our technical difficulties tonight. And okay, we just got one more question. I just got the challenge pack. Haven't tried it yet. Do you recommend doing the program first? Not necessarily, because just you sharing what you're doing and inviting people to do it with you, that's what coaching is. We have a coach on our team, Rachel Barrett, who bought her challenge pack, signed up as a coach same day, and started coaching before her challenge pack even came in the mail. And what she did is she just got on Facebook and started asking people to join her for support, and she had an insane outpouring of people just wanting to support her and wanting to help her and wanting to join her on her journey. And so she's just been amazing. She just went Diamond last week or 2 weeks ago, and she's like a brand new coach, and that was what she did. So she started coaching even before she got the workout in the mail.
And honestly, that is really where it's at. I mean, asking people if they want to join with you in this mission and getting healthy, I mean, that's honestly the best time to get people and be like, listen, let's do this together. Let's offer support, and you're just going to find that motivation that you have and that encouragement you can give at that point is so important. Because I'll never forget my first challenge group and my second. I mean, they were just like, you know, like, because I was so new too. You're going to find that, yeah, I mean, it's all about support, really. It's not about you being more in shape than them. So, yeah, don't ever let that stop you.
And then Michelle says, if Shakeology is 140, how long does the product last? In other words, how long till I spend another 140? Shakeology isn't 140. The challenge pack is 140, and so that includes a workout, a meal plan, and everything. Shakeology is usually 129. Each Shakeology pack, if you get a bag, it has 30 servings. If you do a packet, it has 24. The packets are nice because you can travel with them and you can change the flavors. You can get, you know, more than one flavor. But the bags, you get more servings. And then after that, your coach discount kicks in and goes into effect. And so it's $97 approximately, depending on where you live and like taxes and things per month. Oh, thank you, Dawn. All right. Well, like I said, thank you guys so much for bearing with us in our technical difficulties tonight. And hopefully those technical difficulties don't show up on the recording. So if you have any questions whatsoever, get a hold of myself or Kelly, or get a hold of the coach who invited you to this call tonight, and we'll be able to answer any questions that you guys have. And thanks so much, and have a great night. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.